Planning a sales meeting within the U.S. calls for state-of-the-art facilities, convenient transportation, and full-service amenities. With thousands of hotels to choose from, we're here to provide you with a few of our favorite hotels to source for your next company gathering. Stay tuned as we unveil what makes these properties stand out on this Spotlight episode of Destination Everywhere, some of our favorite hotels for a national sales meeting.
Welcome, everyone, to this special Spotlight episode of Todd and I's favorite U.S. hotels for national sales meetings. We've done so many, Todd, over the years, from the West Coast to the East Coast to New Orleans to Chicago, but we picked these 9 that we thought were really special and really spread across the United States, so we give our listeners some choice.
Yeah, I think, when you're selecting a hotel for a national sales meeting, there's quite a few things that you need to consider. Obviously, size. National sales meetings tend to really kind of throw out wow factors.
Yeah.
And a lot of things happen off-site also. So we kind of took those into account when selecting these destinations, because as great as these properties are, you can also go off-site and do many, many things around the destination as well. So we thought these would be a good place to start for national sales meetings.
So let's kick it off with our first one, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, right in our backyard here in South Florida. We like it for so many reasons. First of all, it has the gambling component to it, but not in Vegas. And a lot of people love going to Vegas, and Vegas is one of our favorites. But you can do this actually full gaming at this property. So we really love it for that. And it's in the shape of a huge guitar. So it's probably the first and most unique hotel like that in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of, there were 2 phases when it was being built. One, it started off as just a great property. A whole entertainment complex is attached to this property. And then they did this recently that we actually went to the grand opening of, is the Guitar Hotel. And it's this iconic structure. The architecture is amazing. And then around it, it's very, I would say that the pool area is almost Balinese. I think cool. They kind of took it from inspiration from, pictures of Bali and Fiji. A lot of cabanas, but just high action, lots of entertainment. And
there's so much there. They do a nightly light show. Hard Rock Live is their entertainment venue with seats over 10,000 people. So you can have a really large sales meeting and use that as your general session and main area if you need to. There's 6 fine dining restaurants. There's just so much to do there. And you actually can never leave the property, but if you're going to leave the property, you've got the beach to your east, you got the Everglades to the west. So lots of activities. And you really get the true South Florida experience.
And just minutes from the airport. I mean, it's when you fly in, you actually, as you're landing, you pass the Seminole Hard Rock.
Yeah, so that's a great point. There's great lift from 3 major airports, which is huge. All right, we're going to jump to Atlanta, Georgia, the Lowe's Atlanta. It's in Midtown. We love it because it's so centrally located in the middle of everything that's happened in downtown Atlanta. We did a national sales meeting a few years back here, and we just love it. It has over 40,000 square feet of indoor function space and walking distance to all the great restaurants in Atlanta.
Right. And if you're doing national sales meeting, I mean, they do take all of your time. There's something usually planned morning, noon, and night.
Yeah.
But Piedmont Park is right next to the hotel. And if you haven't been to Piedmont Park, it's such a wonderful open green space just to kind of get away and do a jog or a run or a walk. And again, you've got the High Museum, you've got the Beltline Railway, the Fox Theater, all close by. And it's just a great intimate property.
Yeah. And baseball season, you're right down the street from the Braves stadium, which is brand new and absolutely gorgeous. So Atlanta, one of the South's best cities to host a national sales meeting. And obviously with the Atlanta airport right there, amazing connections from all over the world. So we love that.
And actually, and the Lowe's also was awarded the 2020 Hotels.com Loved by Guests Award. And in multiple categories, such as business traveler, luxury, and LGBTQ+.
Awesome. All right. So one of my favorite cities to host any meeting is New Orleans. Probably the second behind Vegas for us of doing events over the years. And New Orleans is such a rich history, has such rich cultural and history, and has easy accessibility from all across the U.S. And and people love to go when they know they're going to New Orleans. They know it's just going to be a great time. And it's one of those towns where you can really envelop everybody into the culture the entire time they're there.
So the hotel in New Orleans that we've selected is the Ritz-Carlton, obviously, and the Ritz-Carlton is it's wonderful. The lobby is actually it's on an upper floor lobby, and then you walk in, so you don't get a lot of the in and out that you normally get in the French Quarter.
Yeah, so all the craziness kind of stays below. So
exactly. And, you walk in, it has a very intimate feel, but they do have some wonderful meeting space. We've actually done quite a few programs there. So you're kind of just off the beaten path, but you're kind of right at the beginning of that French Quarter feel. So you can walk, or you can kind of have a little bit of quiet.
Yeah, and the space is great. It has over 35,000 square feet. And so for a hotel of that quality to have that much space is great. It has 2 courtyards that you can do outdoor events in. It also has a library lounge for socializing. So there's so many great reasons to do New Orleans, and the Ritz-Carlton is definitely one of them. Todd, how about the Grand America in Salt Lake City? What do you think about that one?
Well, you know what? I love going to Salt Lake City. It's a hub for Delta, so it's a lot of lift getting out there. And Salt Lake City is one of those towns, if you've never been, it really does have a lot to offer. And the Grand America, and then they have another property, the Little America, which we've utilized both spaces for a national sales event. So with the two, you kind of get, you can put your VIPs in one location. You've got the Grand America, which is a large property, very upscale, absolutely gorgeous, very close to the airport. You're right next to Park City. So we actually used venues going out as far as Park City and on the way to Park City as part of our national sales event that we did out there. It was really cool.
And it's just the quality of the hotel is second to none. It's so beautiful, and it's got an amazing space. It's consistently ranked one of the top meeting destinations in America, and their spa was ranked Salt Lake City's first in Forbes Travel Guide top 5-star spa. So many reasons to enjoy the Grand America, and we'd highly recommend it. Todd, what's next?
Well, we're going to go to Vegas. You can't say national sales meeting without kind of talking about Las Vegas. And there's so many properties there, but there's one that kind of always stands out. It's proximity to the Strip. It's really in the center. Yeah. You're still going to have to walk. Vegas, if you're going from property to property, obviously you're going to walk, but the Caesars Palace, Las Vegas is a great venue. They're easy to work with. It's huge space. They're connected to the Forum, which is that mall, with a lot. And
they've also just added a huge convention center as well, tied to the Caesars, and that's just opening up. So another reason, if you have a really large event, Caesars is great. But we've had so many great events there. They've got Garden of the Gods pool oasis. You can do events out there. A great place to rest and relax. And then obviously it's so centralized, like Todd said, to the rest of Vegas. All right, so let's stay on the West Coast and let's go to San Diego, which is one of our favorite places. And I keep saying that because these are all of our favorite places, but one of our favorite places to host a sales meeting is at the Hotel del Coronado in San Diego. It's situated just minutes from downtown, but you feel like you're a world away. It's an oceanfront property, so the weather's always beautiful, and they've got 96,000 square feet of event space throughout 65 meeting venues on property. So that's pretty incredible.
No, and the Hotel Del, it's got a lot of history to it. It's one of those historical properties. I've heard ghost stories about celebrities that are haunting the hotel, or not haunting, but maybe living. And it's right down in the Gaslight District, which is another really cool hip spot in San Diego. And you've got bonfires on the beach, lots of outdoor activities as well, sailing, it being on the water, and just a beautiful property.
Yeah, and we would be remiss if we didn't talk about another city and hotel that we love on the East Coast, which is the Conrad New York. The Conrad offers a really sleek and sophisticated hotel in Lower Manhattan, and just minutes from the 9/11 Memorial on the Hudson River. So you get water views as well. Just a great property.
And the hotel, it has partnered with Danny Meyer's Union Square Events and delivers just amazing culinary experiences. seasonal menus, and award-winning just hospitality. And it's recognized by Condé Nast, Forbes, TripAdvisor is one of the top hotels in New York City. And that's a pretty high accolade considering the numbers of great properties in New York.
Definitely. All right. So let's jump back to the East Coast and talk about the Four Seasons Orlando. Now, we've talked about Orlando as being one of the number one meeting destinations in the past, which it certainly is, but it also is great for bringing your family. So if you're having a national sales meeting and want to offer something a little extra special, go to Orlando and let your folks stay over and let them have their families fly in for a vacation to enjoy the theme parks. The Four Seasons Orlando is Central Florida's only AAA 5-Diamond Award luxury resort, and it has 30 different meeting spaces, but it's really, really close to Disney, and it also has a world-class golf course.
And the pool area, and I guess the best way to do it is, just Google it. If you Google the Four Seasons Orlando, the pool, it's an amazing outdoor pool area. Obviously, when you're talking about Orlando, you've got to appeal to kids and family, and this hotel does a great job of doing that.
Yeah, but great meeting space and a great place for a national sales meeting. All right, so another one which is back in our backyard in Miami Beach is the Fontainebleau Miami, which is just world renowned from a historical standpoint, but also from a meeting standpoint. There's tons of meetings all the time, and they have over 100,000 square feet of indoor meeting rooms and event venues. So you can definitely do everything on the beach. You don't have to leave Miami Beach, and that's actually a good thing. If anybody knows about going down to Miami Beach, you want to get on to the beach and then not leave because of traffic. So it's a great place, and you can actually walk to a lot of other activities.
Yeah, you've got a ton of sleeping rooms as well, right on the water.
Yeah, it's huge.
Big pool space. You can utilize the beach with certain permits for events if you want to take them outside. But I'll say this about all of our properties that we've offered from, in Miami, in Orlando, even San Diego, plan well ahead if you're doing a national sales meeting, because obviously season in many of these places is a big part of the year and room rates can go through the roof. So, look during summers is a great time to look to book these properties for more affordable rates. But if you're looking at trying to get them in the winter, I'd plan, a year or two out for a national sales program.
Awesome. So those are our top and some of our favorite destinations for national sales meetings in the U.S. Todd?
Well, again, thank you so much for joining us on this Spotlight episode. Please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe on your preferred podcast app, or visit us at www.destination-everywhere.com, or connect with us on Facebook or Instagram at Destination Everywhere Podcast. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Safe travels.